Hey there, CJA, and I'm going to give a quick tutorial video on what is field day. Shout out to Mr. Palmer for creating these slides. So our first field day is this coming Friday on September 26th. We have one at wintertime, and then we have a final one at springtime. But what is field day? It is an awesome community experience where we gather together to practice our grad values in a whole bunch of different stations. So our students will join together in mixed grade level teams led by our 7th and 8th graders to compete at different stations. It's all about respect, encouragement, positive energy, and showing our grad values. And the winning teams, one boys team, one girls team, get an out of uniform day, a pizza party, and their name on the trophy. So how do I win? Well, it might be a little bit counterintuitive. Points are awarded at each station for victory in the game. But also sportsmanship. And in fact, you can get more points for sportsmanship than you can get for winning the actual game. So for an example, say that you're at a dodgeball station. Both teams have equal sportsmanship, so they'll both get 5 points. Team 7 actually wins the dodgeball, so they get 3 out of the 4 points, and team 8 gets 1. And so therefore it's 8-6. However, pretend we're at relays. Team 2 loses to team 1, but they have outstanding sportsmanship. Therefore, they get all 10 sportsmanship points, and they actually get 11 total points, whereas team 1, who won but had very bad sportsmanship, only get 3 points for winning. So all those points added up after 4 stations decide who wins. Again, notice you get more points for positive sportsmanship and taking care of each other, not about winning the game. So focus on taking care of each other, being good sports, practicing the grad values of loving and open to growth and committed to doing justice, religious, and seeking intellectual excellence. So here's our schedule. Breakfast is normal. Chapel is normal. The 7th grade girls and 7th and 8th grade boys will be with Mr. Mason while everybody else is in chapel. And then they will come and scoop up their teams after chapel. The rosters will be reviewed and announced by adults in morning meetings. And adults will join these teams as they lead their own kind of morning meeting get-together. They'll do the examine, which is a reflection on what we are grateful for and where we see God in our lives. They'll review the schedule and the rules of the game that we're about to play. And then they'll head to 2 different opening ceremonies. So the opening ceremony for teams 17 through 36, the boys' teams will be in the gym. The opening ceremony for teams 1 through 16, the girls' teams will be in the MPS. Cheer and dance will perform at both. We'll have a tug of war where it's the students versus staff. Blind noodle tag, the students versus staff, and then if there's time, some Oklahoma drill in the gym or student dance-off in the MPS. Then we get our first 2 stations. Each station is about 30 minutes. It will stop at about the 25-minute mark so that we can do a debrief, scoring, some 5-finger breathing, and get ready to transition to the next station. But you have 2 stations, and then we have our break for lunch. So girls will eat lunch first in the cafeteria. Boys will head to these spaces based on their cohort for recess. Then the boys will do lunch in the cafeteria. Girls will head to these spaces based on their cohorts for recess. Then we have our 2 final stations, rounds 3 and 4. And after those stations, all the points will get added up. The winner of field day will be announced at the very next chapel. But all students will head back to their normal morning meetings for a quick closing circle, make sure they're all good to go for the weekend, and we dismiss. Some quick safety rules for students. Transition with a calm body. You always transition with your team leaders. You never leave your team for any reason. You listen to your team leaders. At one point in your CJA career, you will be a team leader, so make sure that you are listening to them and giving them your attention and respect so that somebody gives you that attention and respect when it's your time. Treat each other with patience and grace. And for every game, you can play the game, but you cannot ref the game. That is up to the adults. So please don't complain about cheating or anything like that. Closing circle, there will be a couple of shout outs, but there will also be a survey this year for students and adults to fill out to give us feedback on how field day went. So field day is all about having fun, showing team spirit, exhibiting the grad values. All students, please arrive to school on Friday, February 26th in your PE uniform.